Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. My name is Mr. Maxwell, and welcome back to another side quest about video games with myself and Exile Magpie.
Hello, Mr. Maxwell's a little bit under the weather today.
Yeah, I feel like I've been run over by a truck. But a little bit of news.
Yes.
That has happened this week. Just the minor ones. The Halo Infinite multiplayer came out.
Yes.
Apparently it's very good.
Apparently it's very good. The experience system, the progression system.
The progression is terrible.
Shite.
And the battle pass is terrible.
Yes. But the game is actually very
yeah.
very
So
good.
Hopefully they can
rework
the progression.
Yeah. If they actually care about their community, they can should be able to easily rework that. At least they've got a good game.
Yeah. At least it's not Battlefield 2042.
Yeah. Good job.
And the meme fest that game is.
Yeah. Just good job on your game. Just
stop
being bullshitty about your progression, please. Thank you. XP solely on friggin' blooming challenges. Go F yourself.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh god. That's just terrible. It's supposed to encourage team play, not discourage it.
Yeah. Actually, we had that conversation last week with Battlefield.
Yes. See? It's all interconnected.
But onto the main things. Bobby Kotick has come out and said that he would consider leaving Activision Blizzard if he couldn't fix the problems quickly.
Then my suggestion is he steps down yesterday.
Considering the fact that he's part of the problem.
Yes. I suggest Mr. Kotick step down. And like I said last week with the board of directors, he's either going to take the company down with you, or you get rid of him and he takes maybe one or two of you down with him. Your choice.
He's been on Twitter a number of times saying about how good he is and that he's gonna right the ship.
A person who actually is a good person does not need to shout from Twitter that they're a good person.
Oh no. Why would he use Twitter in the first place? Although he's clearly out of touch.
Yes.
As well as the board. The board are clearly, although the board are like,
they're all his friends.
Chums,
yeah, they're all his friends, which is why the company is in the way it is, because everyone looks out for each other and not for the good of the company. So again, to the board of directors, do you want Bobby Kotick to take you all down, or just some of you down?
Nah, I reckon he's going to take the whole thing down. I think he's going to take Activision with him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's my personal opinion. I think he's that fucking so far up his own ass that he can't see himself without the money that he gets from Activision Blizzard. I mean, I don't understand why he doesn't spend any of it. It just goes into a fucking bank account and sits there, and I don't care what anyone says. No. He doesn't spend all the money that he gets. He doesn't. No man in the world, like Jeff Bezos, doesn't spend all the money he has. And he has a company that sends people into space.
For whatever reason.
So,
Actually, have they done that yet? They've done the first flights and that, haven't they?
Yeah, I think there's been like 2 or 3, because William Shatner was in the second one.
Oh, yeah.
Jeff Bezos had to be in the first one because,
He's Jeff Bezos.
He's Jeff fucking Bezos. Congratulations. Good
William
job.
Shatner was the second
What
one.
do you want? A fucking cookie?
Wasn't Richard Branson going to be one of them?
Richard Branson was the first man on a private space flight.
Oh, right, okay.
Because he pushed forward his flight.
Yes.
By about 3 weeks forward, so that it would launch before Jeff Bezos's. This is the type of people that are the richest people in the world.
Yes. This is what we deal with.
And people wonder why the world is in such a fucked up... like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe if the people in power weren't actual petulant children, it'd be a much better place. I don't know. Maybe.
But there has been There has been a walkout.
Yeah.
Again, about Bobby Target.
To be perfectly honest, I would support a all-staff strike from the people at Activision Blizzard to start from whenever and end when he leaves.
Yes. It wouldn't surprise me. Actually, to be fair, it wouldn't surprise me if that happens.
I have a feeling potentially something like that may happen if he isn't gone by the end of the year. Because remember, the demand was...
Yes.
So, it's like, yeah, just fucking walk out. Just basically say, unless either he goes or we stop working.
Mm.
And what's going to happen then?
Well, I mean, the games can't get any worse.
I know they can't, but yeah, fine. Dare, you know what? Here's the thing, right? They keep going on about, oh yeah, we can just replace them. Dare them. Put their money where their mouth is.
Call their bluff.
Call their bluff. Literally threaten the walk. Just walk out and go, yeah, fine, replace us. Go ahead. Do it. Replace us with a whole bunch of people that have just had college education on programming, and then throw them into your game engine that they've had no experience on whatsoever, and tell them to crack out the next Call of Duty in 6 months. Yeah, how's that going to work? I don't think it's going to work at all.
No. Although, you never know. Maybe they've got the BioWare magic. Maybe that's why BioWare...
They've lost the magic.
That's where BioWare's magic is gone. It's now gone to Activision, and now it's Activision magic.
Are you sure about that?
I didn't say it was good types of magic. I just said that's where it's gone.
You sure? I mean, the level of Activision releases in quality is kind of on the same level at times.
Yeah, it's dropping.
It's kind of like falling.
I
mean, this plane is nosediving, and you have a chance to kick out the person that's piloting it down into the ground.
At least one of them.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Just saying, you've got a chance to kick the guy out, and right the you want to right the ship? Well, the guy saying you want to right the ship is literally leaning over with all the weight on one side. All you have to do is take your great big boot and kick him in the ass and kick him overboard.
Well, not even that. You're just going to have to walk over him and then just stretch an arm out.
Yeah.
At the moment. But anyway, going on to BioWare. It's not sounding good.
No, it is not.
For Dragon Age 4.
Yes, it is sounding very problematic. It is sounding very worrying.
A senior creative director has left BioWare.
Is this the third one?
This is the second. This is
the
second person who was running Dragon Age 4 anyway. Because you had... I think it's the third one all in all, but I think it's the second one working on Dragon Age.
So...
But it's not sounding good for Dragon Age, nor is it sounding good for BioWare. No.
Here's the thing, right? Right. One of the reasons why God of War, or Dad of War, is so well put together is because there was one person at the helm.
Yeah.
And basically he had the final say. It was his vision. Now, yes, we go on about one person. It's a sum of all parts. But when you're talking about the cohesiveness of a project, you really need that one person in the driving seat, and not constantly changing people who will come in with their own ideas and their own vision and where they want this story and game to go and look and feel. Because you could end up with some sort of abomination of something that wants to be Dark Souls, but also multiplayer, but also Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Plus WoW.
No, nobody wants WoW.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You end up with WoW. That's what happens. You end up with WoW. Where
modern day WoW.
Modern day WoW. That's what I'm on. Modern day WoW.
Yeah, no,
I'm not on about when it first came out and the first lot of expansions that
Wrath
came
of
out.
the Lich King.
Wrath of the Lich King and stuff. I'm not on about that. What I'm on about is modern day WoW right now.
Where you have basically just out of nowhere a new antagonist, no build up.
The Thanos somehow got into the game.
Yeah. With the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah. With the Infinity Gauntlet. who happens to look like fucking Xenos from Final Fantasy 14, but I'm not gonna do what a lot of people online have been doing lately, which is
you're just gonna mention it.
Well, like, you can't blame me. He looks like Xenos in his armor. His armor looks exactly like Xenos, but kind of cheap. I'm just saying. That's all I'm doing.
Just pointing out an observation.
There's a lot of, I think it's on Discord and some other thing, Reddit as well. There's a lot of like comparisons from Shadowbringers to Shadowlands. Yeah, and also the whole thing of like Endwalker and Eternity's End is coming out.
Yeah,
and they're like, oh, this is the end of one of the Warcraft sagas. This is the end of the Warcraft 3 story, and everyone's like, wait, what? And it generally feels like you're kind of just bandwagoning off Endwalker.
Yeah, which is like, dude.
Because it comes out not long after Endwalker. I think it comes out like 2 weeks. The patch comes out 2 weeks after Endwalker.
Here's the thing, right? I'm sorry, but like...
We've gone on a tangent,
I know we got on a tangent, but like, this needs to be addressed. Nowhere in fucking hell was when Warcraft 3 launched did any of the shit that has recently happened in World of Warcraft have anything to do with it.
That's part of it.
The ending of Final Fantasy 14 of this saga, you do feel like it's connected to everything that's gone from A Realm Reborn, and even the stuff that's happened potentially beforehand. Like, there's a continuing, like, there's a link between it all. It's not just like, oh yeah, there's no new, ooh, big, scary bad that's all of a sudden just being pulled out of fucking nowhere. Like, they've been around, constantly being hinted at. And WoW has literally just pulled the jailer out of its ass.
Look, the jailer is just fun. We know this. Somebody watched Infinity War and Endgame and went, you know what? That's what.
I don't know what's more insulting, the fact that they've done it or the fact that it's blatant. It's like they're not even attempting to hide it.
No.
The end of the World of Warcraft saga started in Warcraft 3. Fuck off.
Yeah, I know.
Nah, I'm sorry.
It looks good. I'm not gonna lie. It actually does look good, but it's just you're bandwagoning. That's what they're doing. I'm not gonna go like, I don't think they're copying. There are people saying that they're straight up copying. I don't think they are. I think because it just takes a lot longer than a couple of months for them to be like, for them to do what they've done. Basically, that's what I'm saying. For them to have just straight up copied, it would be...
Yeah, because you've got to remember, like the shadow
stuff they do have to plan it in, like a long time in advance.
Months in advance, like
so,
the launch of the thingy came out ages ago. Well over a year ago, and I don't think they had this endgame planned.
No,
but I think
no, they didn't have anything planned.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Yeah,
with their story is that none of it's planned.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's like there's been certain expansions where you've clearly had a plan all the way up to the end of the expansion. Yeah, and this is definitely not one of them. No.
Yeah, this just seems like a giant set piece that they want you to buy books for to understand. That's generally what it feels like.
Which makes no sense.
They just want you to buy books so you can understand what's going on. Here's a giant set piece that's going to sort out the whole world and all this sort of stuff. And,
I remember when they started doing the books, and it was more of a side story, like of characters but they didn't have that much of a... There was either before it was set either before WoW or like they weren't like key important fucking things. Do you know who else has done books to explain the lore between things, expansions and all that, and basically non-in thingy in product content? Yeah. Do you know who else has done that?
Every other fucking
Destiny didn't work. And Star Wars.
Yeah.
For the new trilogy, there was 3 books. I have them. And guess what? It fucked everything up. Didn't work. I mean, Star Wars was because the final movie was a complete and utter dumpster fire, but still, the point still stands.
Yeah.
Like, having books based on your things as an expansion of your lore is great. Or even hell, like going into character-specific dynamics, and like Arcane has done for League of Legends, where it focuses mostly on.
Oh yeah, speaking of Arcane, like Riot Games, this is the year of Riot Games.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, they've
killed
it this year.
They've come out with that RPG.
Ruined King,
which is pretty good. Arcane just blasting everyone out of the water. More than it deserves.
We've seen
more than anyone thought it would.
Oh yeah, fucking Arcane's so good. It's really, really fucking good. Animation is just there are no words to describe how good this thing is.
If you actually have people who understand the source material and
Netflix,
you understand the source material, you can make a good product of it. Not
Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, not what you did with Cowboy Bebop. That is a travesty.
We have seen, I think it's called Project L.
Yes.
The fighting game.
The fighting game.
Yeah.
Oh,
which looks really damn cool.
Damn.
Even if it is an early build, it looks cool.
The only way that would be making it look even more cooler if they went, yeah, by the way, it's Arc System Works.
Oh no.
They're working on this bad boy.
No, unfortunately I think they're working on Dungeon Fighter.
Yes.
Or DNF Duel.
Which is fine.
Dungeon Fire Duel.
Yeah, which is looking awesome anyway. So.
Yeah, which looks cool.
It's awesome.
They've got this sort of like platforming game.
Yes.
Action adventure game coming out.
Yeah.
Which features Echo, I think. Which is great because you know what? I've always really liked the League of Legends aesthetic.
Yeah, the characters, the style,
the way that all the characters look. I've always liked them. I've always thought it, but I do not want to play a MOBA. So I was always fine with just looking at the pictures and never really getting.
I suppose if you could guarantee a group of friends that you would only end up playing just your friends and no one else.
No, I don't want to play a MOBA. Not even with friends. I don't want to play a MOBA. So,
well, you've never been the strategy fan anyway.
So to be able to get into the lore without having to play League of Legends,
yes,
I've been straight up. If you think about it, for Riot Games, it is generally a stroke of genius.
Yeah, the amount of people that have watched Arcane and gone, I've got to play League of Legends now.
Yeah, exactly. And now it's just
if it wasn't, here's the thing, right? I've got Dota on my PC.
I think I've got Dota on mine, but
because it's free.
It's part of Steam.
Part of Steam. But I've got Dota on mine, and I would have League if it wasn't for the fact that their client is one of the worst. It's League is apparently the best MOBA, but the client is terrible. Dota's client is really good, but the game is not as good as it's
yeah. It's choose which one do you want, the best with the worst, or do you want the worst with the best?
Well, to be calling Dota the worst is a kind of
you know what I mean, though.
Yeah. Basically, do you want a better client?
Let's be honest.
Or a better game?
If you're putting anything up to League, they're the worst.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is.
And the reason why we haven't mentioned Hero of the Storm is because Activision Blizzard don't care about Hero of the Storm.
Yeah, Activision Hero. Smite's really fun.
Smite's fun.
I can't play it. Absolutely. I heard Guan Yu was in it, right? So I was not Guan Yu. Guan Yu, sorry. Guan Yu was in it. So I was I'm going to give this a shot because, Free Kingdoms. I'm always willing to give something a shot with Free Kingdoms. I gave it... No, I absolutely sucked.
Have you heard about who's been added? Optimus Prime.
Yes.
Starscream.
Fucking smart,
and Megatron. Now, here's the thing. It is old school 80s Transformers.
Oh,
and I'm I want that Starscream.
I want to play Smite now. It's free.
I know. It's here's the thing. As a Transformers fan, Starscream is my boy. He's
Yeah.
a cowardly, Machiavellian, backstabbing son of a gun. But I love him.
Yeah. Like, Starscream, I know you're going to shoot me in the back. The very second I turn around. I know you are, but dude, I love you, buddy. I love you. Nah, Bumblebee's my boy. Bumblebee's been my boy since I was a kid.
Yeah.
I love Bumblebee. Bumblebee?
Bumblebee.
Fucking Bumblebee. The Scout.
In a VW.
Yeah, the proper Bumblebee, not the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The movie Bumblebee is not bad, but
it's a but he's a Volkswagen Beetle.
I just love the big blocky arms and the blocky feet.
I remember who was my favourite in like the Autobots. Oh, that's easy. Sludge.
Yes.
Slag. The Dinobots.
The Dinobot. Everybody loves the Dinobots.
Because Grimlock is the best.
Yeah.
Wow, this is one hell of a tangent.
Well, yeah, fuck it.
But yeah, it's not looking good for BioWare.
It's not looking good for BioWare. Oh, I was going to say something before we changed.
Go on. Say it. I mean, you can't.
No. I've lost it now.
Oh, my apologies.
Yeah.
Makes a change for me. You loosely playing than me. Is it something to do with Transformers or MOBA?
No. I think we're talking about like good product and having things in the game. I was going to talk about Destiny and how they've actually improved since then with having the lore in game instead of me having to go to a website and then flip cards over.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, if you really need to, Blizzard, you can get all your lore in the game. Final Fantasy 14 is doing this. Square's doing this. It's already done it, but they're re-releasing them in hardback covers.
Yeah.
Which I pre-ordered them because, of course, I have.
You're a massive fan.
Because I'm a nerd. I'm a lore nerd. All right. It's just what I am.
It's why he loves. It's why he digs all the Dark Souls lore videos on the internet.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Some of it is really cool.
Yeah. You could get all your lore, especially from classic.
Hell, you could even start it off from
and release it in a book.
You could even start it off from Warcraft.
Yeah. You could take
and
all that
then put
lore.
Warcraft 2 in.
Yeah.
And then put Warcraft 3 in.
Yeah, exactly.
And then go into WoW.
You could do that, and then you could release all that into a book. Now, I'm pretty sure they've probably already done this, because, I mean, Blizzard is stupid, but they're not that stupid.
Yeah.
They probably already have done this.
Well, they have a plan to do that.
or they have a plan. Yeah, you could do that. I mean, if fucking Bungie can do it, anybody can do it.
Yeah.
Bloody Bungie. Yes, we're gonna gatekeep 2 dungeons.
The best content in the game.
We're gonna gatekeep 2 dungeons, one which has Galahorn in it. That's not gonna piss people off at all. Fucking hell, man. Just Bungie, like, look, I love you, Bungie. I do, but
gotta call out that shit.
Dude, you don't half pull the stupidest shit. Like, oh.
It's almost like here's an idea. Like, look, we've opened it up before, right? Just hire us to tell you why your terrible ideas are terrible, because clearly you don't have anyone in your companies to do so. We can come in and basically you tell us, like, we're going to put Galahorn in the game. Great, okay, people are going to get hyped for that, and we're going to put it in a dungeon. Great, give them a task to earn it. The dungeon's going to be behind a paywall. That's a fucking stupid idea.
That's a terrible idea.
Oh, hang on. Do you mean the paywall that is like the actual expansion? No. An extra paywall behind it.
They have to buy the deluxe edition.
You have to buy the deluxe edition for it. That's the worst fucking idea ever.
No, that's where the meme of where Batman's slapping Robin.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Backhand that. This is your idea. I backhand it.
Oh.
Why? Because easy. Because I don't need to tell you this. Your PR department should be telling you this. Your community department should be telling you this. But it is a guaranteed way to piss off your community.
Also, it splits them.
Yeah.
Splits them into the haves
and
have not.
One of the worst things about old Call of Duty games is the fact that the community was constantly split by those who bought the DLC and those who didn't.
Yeah.
Do not split your community.
look, you've got tons of like cosmetic stuff you can do. You put them in the shop all the time.
I mean, I would like you to increase your free cosmetics. That'd be nice, you know.
Oh no! You can. You've got to grind for that stuff.
I know you've got to grind.
You've got to grind for the free stuff.
I know, it's fucking terrible. It's like I say, I don't mind paying for cosmetics, but you've got to give me a decent amount of cosmetics for me to go, yeah, I support adding this cool content to the cool content that I already have.
I'm not gonna lie, I did buy the cool raptor looking suit for my hunter because well, it's a raptor. Why wouldn't I? Are you silly? Come on. But anyway, let's get back to BioWare. It's not looking good for Dragon Age 4.
No, which means it doesn't look good for BioWare.
No, it does not look good.
So BioWare is still the Bucky's favourite to be ate by EA next.
Well, it's between BioWare and
EA must be getting hungry. It's been a few years since they've ate anyone.
So Matt Goldman, who was the senior creative director of the Dragon Age series, including Dragon Age 4, has left the company after mutually agreeing to part ways. Now, nor BioWare or EA have actually said, neither's Matt Goldman either. No one's actually said why he's left. It's just he's left on. They've agreed to
let him go.
Ways,
yeah,
that's.
I mean, there's multiple ways you can kind of look at this, and none of them looked particularly that good. But I think that's the reason why it doesn't look good is because of the situation we know BioWare are in, and we know what EA's like.
So there was a sort of, I think it was like a message to the staff from BioWare heads. Mm-hmm. So it is. I hope you are well. I'm writing to inform you that Matt Goldman is leaving BioWare. We have mutually agreed to part ways, and his last day is today. We understand that Matt's departure has impact on you, as well as the game's development. Rest assured, our commitment to a high-quality Dragon Age game has not wavered, and we will not ship a game that is not up to BioWare standards.
Okay, first things first. Okay, so
clearly you didn't play Anthem.
Clearly, yeah, you didn't play Anthem, you didn't play Andromeda, if we're on about EA here, clearly you haven't played Battlefield 2042!
Or FIFA. Or Madden.
Or especially Madden 22. Jesus fucking Christ.
I mean, it was actually any
any
EA game that's come out in the last 3 years.
That hasn't been done by Respawn.
Yeah.
Do you have quality control? And if you do, why are you not listening to them?
Yeah, I think bar Jedi Fallen Order, the last 3 years has just been absolute
Jedi Fallen
garbage.
Order and Squadrons.
Oh yeah, Squadrons came out, didn't they? Yeah.
And again, that was basically a small team that really loved X-Wing versus TIE Fighter in the X-Wing series, and they basically gave us a semi-stripped down version, but it still had enough technical depth regarding your energy management and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it was it wasn't stripped down as much as the Battlefront space battles that DICE do, but it wasn't all the way to X-Wing versus TIE Fighter level of space sim.
Yeah,
it was a nice middle.
Aye.
Just probably never going to get another one. Also, since I'm talking about a space combat game, can I please have a remake of Colony Wars? Please!
Or just a new Colony Wars.
Oh, a new Colony Wars. I really love that game. I really do.
Who has the IP for that?
Sony. Because it was Psionics.
Oh, yeah.
And Sony basically ate... Well, they didn't eat them. They just basically turned them into Sony Liverpool, who no longer exist anymore.
Right.
But yes, can please someone make a Colony Wars game? I really want a Colony Wars game.
Well, they bought House Marquee.
I know.
Returner was a very good game.
Yes, I know.
I
know, but please, can I have a? I got a Gundam-esque game in the Project Nimbus. I just want a space combat game.
I want to like it.
With actual full space, like full physics, proper realistic physics space combat.
Yes.
You know, Babylon 5 space combat.
Yeah, in The Expanse.
In The Expanse, which is also fucking cool. Anyway.
Expanse is so cool.
Yeah.
Babylon 5 is just... No, Babylon 5.
Babylon 5 is Babylon 5.
Babylon 5 got a bad rep at first by the Star Trek fans, but Babylon 5 is cool. I don't care what anybody says.
As a Star Trek fan, I used to love Babylon 5.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about...
But I'm weird, because I also like Star Wars.
Yeah.
So, you know, for some reason there has to be people... I don't understand this, but apparently some people can only like Star Wars and only like Star Trek.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but they're both sci-fi epics for different reasons.
They're both cool.
They're both really cool.
So let's talk about Dragon Age, shall we? We have not seen anything.
No. Concept art and concept like animations and that.
Yeah.
That's all we've seen. I mean, granted, that's more than Anthem gave us, really, till just before launch. But I'm kind of worried. Kind of worried.
Yeah, we've seen nothing of the game. There's no... Well, we've seen... people working on the game.
Well, yeah, here's the thing. When it comes to concept art, it's been scenery, not characters.
Yeah.
We've seen nothing in regards to characters, combat interactions, how is it going to actually play? Is it going to be Dragon Age 2 and 3?
I am slightly worried about BioWare. I think BioWare's up on the
chopping block.
The munching.
Yeah, it's on the table. It's getting stuffed with an apple and time.
EA's getting ready.
Yeah.
He's getting his knife.
Unichronic Arts is transforming into its eating mode.
Yeah, it's getting his knife and fork. It's sharpening the knife. It's getting ready.
Someone needs to do a GIF where Unicron just transforms from planet mode to the EA symbol.
Yeah.
Someone really needs to do that. I would so use that GIF all the time.
See, this is why I think Dead Space is going to be good. I hate my PC sometimes.
That's because the internet's died.
Oh.
Yeah. No
that explains it.
So I hope you don't need to load any more pages.
No, I don't.
You got preloaded. Good.
I've got everything ready.
Good.
Yeah, we've just got nothing, and it's been nothing for like what, 4-5 years.
Yeah.
All we've heard is like troubles. We've not heard anything
looking
positive.
good. Like if this was a movie, it would definitely be called Development Hell.
And I want this to be good because I want BioWare to do well.
I know, like Dragon Age Origins is still like probably one of the best PS3.
Well, Mass Effect Andromeda was.
Look, Mass Effect Andromeda
was a thing.
Was a thing, yes.
It
happened. But like the concept and actually some of the characters in that were actually pretty good. It was just the fact that like they basically were forced onto the Frostbite engine, which, to be perfectly honest, if it's not doing a first-person shooter, it's pretty fucking shite.
Anthem was an absolute mess. And the only decent thing to come out of BioWare for the last few years...
It's a trilogy.
...was the Mass Effect re-release.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it.
That is pretty much about it.
That's not good.
No.
We have to call a spade a spade.
Yes, it's not good. It doesn't bode well.
Sorry.
But again, like, I just think some of the problems is like, oh, that's a thing. We've had one image of Mass Effect 4. It is actual thing.
Yeah, I know that. We got the reveal trailer.
Yeah, which is it's gonna be like. Does the company live beyond by the time it gets launched?
Yeah, is BioWare still going to be alive by this point?
Yeah, so...
Or is EA just going to give it to Respawn?
Maybe. Yeah, it doesn't look
It's
good.
not looking good. Speaking of things that are probably dead in the water, Beyond Good and Evil 2, that's probably never going to see the light of day.
Nope. That is literally
Ubisoft,
that is literally now on the same level as Star Citizen.
The creative head of the game left a while ago.
Yeah.
And it has been said that Beyond Good and Evil 2 does not hold up to Ubisoft's plan of what they're doing.
Oh, so it's not. In other words, it's not an open world live service.
Yes. They're not. It's not going the way Ubisoft wants them to go, or the current direction, or whatever the fuck. Corporate speech.
Yeah. In other words, it's been built. It's been built as a non-live service game.
Yeah.
As Beyond Good and Evil 2 should not be a live service game because it's a fucking sci-fi fucking epic story that they're planning.
So yeah, that's probably not going to see the light of day. That is a game that is going to die, and we're never going to see it.
It's Half-Life 3 all over again.
Yeah. No, Ubisoft's. I actually think we will eventually see it, but Ubisoft's holding it back for when they really fuck up again.
I mean, how much more can you fuck up than being accused of basically taking sexual harassers and move them about as if you're the Catholic Church?
Look. People like you and me, we're not going to forget that shit. But games media, they do.
Yes.
They just move on.
Yes.
They don't still call them out for their bollocks. They just go, oh, Ubisoft's released a new game. It's so good. Oh my god. Yes, it is amazing. Oh yes.
Ignore this.
Can I get a first review of this game, please?
Yeah.
Look at the enthusiasm in my voice as I say this.
Please.
It is so good.
Please let me have early access and inside knowledge of your gaming development.
Please let me talk to the people who are being abused but have been silenced. But I won't ask them any questions to do with the abuse now. I'll just talk about
the game,
the nonsense that's in this game. Also, we won't tell anybody about your XP boosters and your deliberate grinding of leveling up.
Yes.
Yeah, we won't do that.
No, not at all.
We won't tell the public that. No. I mean, why would
we'll defend you.
Yeah, we'll defend you. We will be the Activision board for Bobby Kotick.
Yeah, kissing the ass and bending over when told to.
Because games media is
shit.
It's garbage. To be fair, it is.
Don't get me wrong. There is the odd one or two that
there's a couple. There's some good.
But the actual websites are fucking horrible. Shows where it was the really pop in school where it's high school, American high schools, and there's the really popular kids surrounded by all the kiss asses and it feels like that.
Yeah, it does.
It feels like that. It's just
it feels like if you don't say the right thing, you're not invited to the cool table.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, this feels icky.
It's okay. I'll go over to where all the emo kids are.
Rejects forever. Anyway, moving on. That's again, it does generally suck for BioWare.
It does. I mean, I hope we're wrong, but it's not looking good.
Oh god. Right. So a couple of weeks ago, we spoke about the Golden Joysticks. We went through the nominations.
We said who we thought would win. I don't remember who we picked, but
Yeah, no, neither do I.
It doesn't really matter.
To be fair, I never remember who I pick. So going through the actual awards, so there are some really good ones. There's an ultimate game of all time award, an ultimate hardware of all time, which is kind of weird, and we'll talk about them when we get to them.
Yeah, they're the last ones on the list.
Yeah, so we're going to start off with best storytelling. Now, the winner of this was Life is Strange 2 Colors. Now, I think we actually did pick this one.
Yeah.
Just because I think it was the only one in the lot that actually the whole game revolved around actual storytelling.
Yeah.
Best multiplayer game, It's Take Two. I don't think I said It's Take Two. I think I said something else.
I know I said It Takes Two for the Game Awards. But and this is it. The Golden Joysticks is mostly voted, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's mostly fan voted. So, like, this is going to give us a hint. It's a bit like...
No. This is not going to give us a hint at who's going to win the Game Awards.
Oh, that's very true.
Because the Game Awards is like... It's 10% fan vote and then 90% of their judges. And their judges are all fucking...
Kiss asses.
EA members and...
Yeah, that's very true.
Stuff like that. So,
yeah.
See, the problem with the Game Awards is it's just a load of fluff.
Mm-hmm.
It is literally, you know how he says he wants it to be the Oscars for games? It is literally the Oscars for games. It's just the game industry giving itself a jerk off.
That is very true.
Oh, there we go. Oof.
Your list disappeared from your tablet.
Yes. Right, best audio went to Resident Evil Village. I think I said Resident Evil Village for best audio. Best visual design, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Yeah.
Best game expansion, Ghost of Tsushima Iki Island expansion. I think that's what I said.
Yeah,
because I was just like, I'm being biased here. I'm
yeah.
Just going to go with. Mobile Game of the Year, League of Legends Wild Rift. I've pronounced that wrong, I know, but you may. Best gaming hardware, PS5. Which, okay.
Okay.
I actually thought the Xbox was going to win it, but okay. Best indie game, Death's Door. I'm perfectly fine with this. Studio of the Year, Capcom.
Well, yeah, you said they were literally hitting it out of the park with like Resident Evil Village, Monster Hunter, and a few others that they've released recently this year.
Yeah, Capcom's done very, very well for their last year and a half.
I think also they had their last battle pass for.
Yeah, their
Street Fighter.
The last season's just finished.
Yeah,
because Luke's out now, I think. Who's the last character, and apparently he's like the setup for like what they want to do with Street Fighter 6. It's like, so the stuff that he can do is stuff that you're going to see almost all the characters do in 6. Which after watching his reveal trailer and like the stuff that he can do, like Street Fighter 6 is going to be very, very. It's going to be very aggressive. It looks like a much more sort of pushing people to actually get in and fight instead of playing footsie all the time. Which
I suppose, like, because if I'm honest, the footsie game is basically the best footsie game is Tekken.
Yeah.
In my personal opinion, I think the best footsie game of the fighting games is literally Tekken, like, because everyone has like. Close, mid, and long stuff, and it's all about positioning and getting your opponent into the position you want them to be. Yeah. So okay. I
do suggest watching his. His trailer,
I probably will.
He does look quite fun to use. Like, he's very different to everybody else. Like the way he works and stuff like that. So. Anyway, moving on. Best performer is Maggie Robertson as Lady Dimitris, which I went with.
I know you went with Games Awards.
Yes, I went with her for Games Awards.
So
because big booby vampire lady.
Yes.
What's not to like? Breakthrough Award goes to House Marquee, which Returnal is an absolutely fantastic game. And now I do know I went with these two.
Yeah.
Best game community goes to Final Fantasy 14. To which, if anybody has played Final Fantasy 14, yeah.
Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing with Final Fantasy 14, and what I think puts it above WoW is you actually have a role-playing community in 14 that actually get together and do stuff together. Yeah. And like you say, just bands randomly form in the middle of Formosa. In Formosa and
Gridania.
Yeah.
And they just start playing, and it's just like, like the other day I was on, and so I've started again because my friend's just gotten into it, and he couldn't get into my server that I'm actually on, so I started a new character so we could be on the same server.
Yeah.
Now I think when Walker comes out, or maybe a little bit later, you're going to be able to switch over to different servers if you want to to get to be with your friends, because that's been like one of the things for Final Fantasy for a while. We were in New Gridania because I've decided to be a white mage. I'm going for a white mage on this one.
Yeah.
And he is going for Dragoon because
everybody
wants to be
as a Dragoon player. Yes, the Dragoon is a cool ass.
Everybody wants to be the Dragoon.
Like basically, the Dragoon is the OG cool dude of Final Fantasy 14, because the Black Knight came out afterwards.
Yeah. That's very true. And Dragoons are still good.
A samurai, like all the really cool looking character classes. Yeah, samurai, Black Knight. They all came out after.
Yeah.
Like Dragoon was there from the beginning.
Dragoon was the original edgelord.
Yeah.
He's the original edgelord, and there he is.
Like so much so that basically this first expansion is basically about the Dragoons.
Yeah, it's about Dragoons. It's great.
Basically about the Dragoons, which is awesome. And I'm like, yep, I'm all down for that. Thank you very much. Take that.
Still haven't got to it.
No, I haven't. I need to. I finally got it on my PS5, so I need to log in and get it done.
So anyway, so we were wandering around New Gridania, and then we went to where the shops are.
Yeah.
To like Mendogia, and then we went out to the side, which is back towards Old Gridania.
Yeah. Which is that area. The thing is, that area is usually full by a lot of crafters.
There was 6 Lalafels. Right now, that's not uncommon because there's a lot of Lalafels in this game. There's a lot of everybody just seems to like the potato people.
Yes,
I don't know why, they just do.
You got to poke the nose for good luck as well, by the way. Yes,
one of them was a white mage, and the other 5 were paladins, and they'd surrounded the white mage and were just walking alongside them.
Oh my god, that's amazing!
As if she was like, as if the white mage was like some sort of oracle, and they were protecting it.
Oh, that's
sort of thing as they were walking through. And I was literally like, I have no idea what is going on, but I like it.
That's amazing. Well, the paladins like in the same uniform.
Yeah, they were all wearing the same. They were all wearing the same uniform and everything. It was just like, this is cool. This is cool.
See, this is the thing, right? Everyone goes on about like WoW and like the events that happened, like the plague that went off, or the raids, etc., etc. No one goes on about like that sort of thing. Just spontaneous of friends just doing stuff like that. Oh,
like I say, I think it's every Saturday night. There's a band in New Gridania that just show up and start playing music.
I know, it's amazing. It's lovely.
I don't know if
it may happen in WoW, but this is the thing. Like you don't. It's not.
Yeah, nobody ever talks.
No one ever talks about it.
The random stuff that happens in Final Fantasy is just.
And it's all community driven. It's like it's all groups of friends going. Yeah, I like. They have. There are what's the clans called? Free companies. There are free companies that will have fashion shoots.
Yeah.
And catwalks.
There's free companies that hold nightclubs. Like I got invited to one the last time I was on.
Did you?
I got invited to the Tokyo Isekai nightclub event. In I think it's Old Owl's living area. One of those is actually a nightclub.
Oh my god!
That you can go into. There's other ones in there, and it's just like, my god, I didn't even notice this stuff when I was first playing it, and now that I'm like an old man, I'm walking around and I'm like, Jesus Christ!
You're actually taking time to notice this shit.
Yeah. But yeah, the community for Final Fantasy 14 was always going to win this one. I don't actually understand why the Destiny one was there, because I'm part of the Destiny community, and it's not the best.
It's a thing.
It's not the best.
It's a thing. But no, this is the thing with the vast majority of the Final Fantasy 14 community. You know how like when certain things get explode in popularity, and people get no, mine, not yours, mine. Yeah. I was here before you became blah 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 blah. Like the Final Fantasy 14 has literally been like, yes, come and embrace this. Come and embrace this amazing thing.
It has been.
There has been, because there's groups like that in every group.
There has been hiccups with like when Asmongold came in, and
yeah, but the thing is, what I'm saying is like the vast majority were like, look, we understand the beginning bit is really, 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 really
slow.
We understand. We know this. Don't worry. We'll help you.
Yeah, we'll get you through it. It's okay.
Don't skip cutscenes. They're going to be very, very important later on, and everyone who has got on the bandwagon and skipped the cutscenes doesn't know what the fuck's going on now.
Yeah. I think that's another part of WoW's problem is that like WoW kind of actively encouraged people to do that, like to get to the end, to just do the raids at the end. And not really pay much attention to the story.
And the fact that they've actually like fucked over the story constantly now makes it like, what's the point? Like, seriously, I do not care about anything in WoW because of what's been happening. Well, with 14, I'm literally like, I want to know what fucking happens.
Yeah.
I want to know if all my favourite characters survive.
I know. Oh, I'm worried about that friend Walker. They've given like, especially Alphino. Alphino's got a red flag moment in that trailer, and I'm like, they better not kill Alfie. Better not. Alfie's my bro. Alfie is my bro. We started the crystal people together.
Yeah, the crystal. What's it called? Because I'm in the middle of forming that.
I think it's Crystal Dawn.
Yeah, the Crystal Dawn.
The Crystal Dawn.
I'm in the middle. Literally, like we're forming and we're starting to do our own things now.
Yeah.
So I'm coming. Like I say, I'm coming.
You're coming up to the big bit.
The event.
You're coming up to the 50-minute cutscene. You're almost there.
Yeah, I think that's what's stopping. Well, there's a dungeon I need to do.
Yeah. You could probably get into it quite quick now.
Yeah.
All things considered, because people are just like piling on into Final Fantasy.
It's the fact that I struggle to like learn
your combos.
Not my combos, but like boss mechanics.
Oh, boss world. Where you're up to right now, in all honesty, the boss mechanics.
But the thing is, my boss mechanics limit is Dark Souls. That's it.
Oh, okay.
That's my limit. Like pattern recognition.
Yeah. I tell you, best thing to do is because I'm guessing you've still got the camera at default.
Yeah.
Best thing to do, especially when you get into dungeons and that, is just pull the camera all the way back. Because especially the boss rooms, you can see the whole room. Which means if you just
I've noticed watching people play it that they've got it really far back, and I'm like, how the fuck do you know what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
Wait.
If you pull it all the way back, the only problem is that especially when you're raiding, there is so much light and flashes going on. It's just like, I have no idea what's going on. I can't even see the screen.
That's my point. Is like I literally go. I lose place of where the characters are, which is probably why when I eventually get to
this is why you pick Bard. You don't have to worry about that.
Endwalker. Yeah, no, but when I get to Endwalker, I'm going to be a sage.
Yes.
And have my funnels.
Yes.
Because then I can just be at the right at the back going, funnels. And remember, healers, if you're not healing, you DPS.
Yeah. Everybody does DPS in this game.
Everybody DPSs. The only person that really doesn't do DPS is the tank. Yeah. And even then, he does damage.
Yeah. Anyway, so moving on. Still Playing Award also went to Final Fantasy 14. And yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think out of the games that are on there,
since they've and it's do you know what I am really happy because Yoshi P like I say, like they need Square Enix when he retires needs to unveil a statue to him.
Yes.
They need to do something. There needs to be a giant statue somewhere in Final Fantasy 14 of him, just randomly placed somewhere. And also an actual statue at Square Enix's headquarters.
Yes. He deserves it.
He's blooming well deserved. Yeah, he deserves it.
Yeah, I think he single-handedly stopped Square going tits up.
Possibly.
With the original release of Final Fantasy 14, because Square were in a bad place at the time.
Yeah, because you had 13 that had just come out, not well.
That didn't do well.
Not well received.
The two other games about 13.
I think 13-2 and 13. Well, I'm gonna go
Lightning's Return.
Yeah, Lightning's Return. They weren't great.
Yeah,
but I think they came out after 14 and before I Will Be Born.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
Yeah, Square Enix went in a good place then.
Yeah,
Yoshi P took that ship and turned that bad boy around.
Yeah, and he made arguably one of the best MMOs in the world that's ever existed.
Yeah.
Even if World of Warcraft is in it. Yeah, one of the worlds, because you know how there's like 7 worlds?
Yeah.
One of the worlds is actually called Eorzea?
Yeah.
Not Eorzea, because that's Final Fantasy 14. What's Azeroth?
Azeroth, yeah.
It's called Azeroth. So, technically...
Well, the thing is, though, is like multiple things can be called the same thing.
He's a fan of WoW, though. So.
Yeah, so...
He's a fan of WoW.
Yeah, but anyway.
It's somebody's... He's got to have a flaw somewhere, and apparently that's his flaw.
I mean, WoW, when it first launched, was really good, so... Well, before its time.
PC Game of the Year went to Hitman 3, which, yeah.
Yes.
It's a very good game.
VR Hitman, I'm sorry, but I'm generally sitting here waiting for the PS5 VR system. Because at the moment, my PC cannot... Well, it can probably run VR, but not very well. And so I'm literally like... Okay, so I can save up for a new PC, which I probably will start doing anyway, because mine's getting on a bit. It's a little bit old now. But which one's going to be first? Me save up enough money for new PC, or the PlayStation 5 VR? Which one's going to come out first?
I'm going to go with
saving up for...
Yeah.
Probably.
Right. So, yeah, Hitman 3 won the PC Game of the Year, which, that's fine. Nintendo Game of the Year went to Metroid Dread. Yes. That's a definite.
That's a slam dunk, yes.
Most wanted game obviously went to Elden Ring.
I mean, if you're anything but Elden Ring, why are you even bothering?
This is also known as the Elden Ring Award.
Yes.
The Elden Ring Award went to Elden Ring.
Yes.
Kind of like the No Man's Sky Award went to No Man's Sky.
Yes.
Critics' Choice Award went to Deathloop. I'm not surprised. Critics absolutely love that game. It's a very good game.
Yeah.
I've been playing it. Even if I don't like the
invasion
thing. Fucking... Oh my god. Oh. Yeah.
Ultimate Game of the Year.
Ultimate Game of the Year went to Resident Evil Village. Well, these we didn't actually choose any, because I don't actually remember picking any of these. Or picking anything for these. So yeah, Ultimate Game of the Year went to Resident Evil Village, which is a bit... I don't know, because I think there's probably better games than Village that came out this year. I would put Ratchet and Clank above Resident Evil Village as
I suppose Resident Evil Village had a lot of hype going into it, and it wasn't disappointing.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I will give you that.
It wasn't a Cyberpunk.
Yes, you're right there.
I suppose I think the biggest disappointment with Cyberpunk is that if it wasn't such a buggy mess, it would actually probably a very, very, very good game.
Yeah.
Which makes me like, every time I look at my PS4 copy, I'm literally like, do I shove that in my PS5?
Well, they have been working on it, and apparently it's starting to actually get good now and actually work.
Because the thing is like, I know that I don't know whether they still have plans to put a multiplayer, but I look at it and go, if that had a role playing community, a role playing server, on the level of like Grand Theft Auto 5, where people could go in, do their own stuff. Like you could have your own runners and what are they called, contractors?
Yeah, something like that.
I can't remember what the terminology is, but you know what I mean. The guys that give out the missions, and then they have people being the law enforcement, and people being the corpo. Like, I'm really down for that.
Yeah,
that is like, because the setting is brilliant. When the graphics are like working, the game is gorgeous, and I'm literally like, I would love to see how like a role playing community would work with this, because I think it would be some of the most brilliant stuff to watch and be part of.
Yes.
So yeah, I still hope that they have a sort of multiplayer plan, but like they need to fix
They need to fix the game.
They need to fix the game first.
But yeah, apparently it's starting to get good reviews again.
Yeah, back to Resident Evil Village. It was still a very, very good game.
It's a good game. Yeah, my only thing is like I do think there's been better games that's come out this year.
Yeah.
Over because I think Returnal's a much better game than Resident Evil.
I think Returnal's the one thing with Returnal is its length.
Village isn't much longer.
Yeah. I think because Returnal you're constantly looping as well.
Yeah,
it becomes you can get repetitive. That's what I mean. Like with Village, at least it's it's like progressing forward sort of thing. Like it's new stuff coming
in. Right. So ultimate hardware of all time. Going to the PC.
Well, yeah, of course.
Now this is where this gets weird for me. So Gabe. Oh, what's his name?
Gabe Newell.
Gabe Newell accepted the award
because he's known as the grandfather of PC gaming
for PC.
Yeah.
But you didn't invent the PC.
Personal computer? No. No, you didn't.
So you don't deserve it.
No.
Why are you getting this award?
I'm trying to think who made which company came out with the first personal computer, because there's so many like initial starting ones. You had Amiga, Microsoft, Apple. Like there's a whole bunch of companies that came out.
Yeah.
Not too far apart from each other, with like either PCs or pseudo PCs like the Amiga, because we had an Amiga and I loved it. Fucking Zool, Sensible Soccer, Kickoff, Wild Cup Soccer. We used to play the out of that.
Yeah, what a game.
Yeah, if you're losing, it doesn't matter because you can get
your shotguns out and just shoot the other team.
Yeah, and if you kill enough of them, you win.
Yeah. Yeah. So Gabe Newell accepts the award.
Yeah, I think it's because he's seen as like the grandfather of computer gaming.
All I have to say to
PC gaming.
All I have to say to that is get out. Just get out.
But like, you know, Gabe's like head CEO of Valve, isn't he? Which is Steam, which is like. I'm trying to think. Like, there's plenty of other people. Whatever. The thing is like they have.
This is an award that shouldn't exist.
It shouldn't. No, it shouldn't.
It's like the next award shouldn't exist.
Also,
either.
like I don't think it should have been given to a single person.
Yeah.
I don't think it should have been because like. Yeah, Valve has done amazing things, but without the stuff that came before.
Also, let's be honest. Valve doesn't do anything.
Yeah, Valve doesn't do anything anymore.
Gabe Newell doesn't do anything. He just does Steam.
Yeah, Steam.
And Steam doesn't do anything.
No. I mean, hell, they don't even have quality control.
I mean, when they do, don't get me wrong, when they do actually do something, they release Half-Life Alyx and it's fantastic.
Yeah, I know, which is like, I'm really wanting to get a... It's probably the thing I want a VR set for.
Yeah.
Is that game looks amazing. Yeah. It will melt my current PC.
When they actually do something, it's usually something really, really good. The thing is that they don't do anything.
Yeah. And then when they do something, it shows, and it's like, why are you like this?
Why do you have to be like this? Like, I'm not expecting you to be EA or Activision, where it's like, oh, we're going to release a game every year. That's not what I'm asking. I'm just asking you to, release a game within...
Do a game.
10 years.
Make a game. Granted, you made Half-Life Alyx, which means, I'm not expecting anything for the next 10
years. Yeah, but let's be honest. Nobody was expecting that.
No.
That just came out of nowhere. People just went, oh, wait, they've done a... Wait, what? Valve have made a game? Yeah. Really?
It's a VR game.
It's a VR game.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, it's actually really, really good.
Really?
And then you see people...
It's that
and
moment.
Then you see it,
it's that moment.
And then you see it, and it's like, holy fucking shit, this is actually really good.
It's that moment in South Park where I was just like, really? That bit.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. But yeah, this is an award that I just don't think should exist.
Here's the thing. Because of the nature of PCs are always going to end up being better than consoles.
No. That's not what I'm on about.
But
right.
also, like,
what happens in just play
devil's advocate.
Devil's advocate. What happens like in 5 years? Something comes out that's better than a PC.
Well, it's better for a PC, better than a PC until graphics cards and US.
No.
No, yeah, no, I understand what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is,
but the
what
thing
happens
is, the very nature of a console.
No, I'm not on about consoles.
Yeah, but the thing is, if it's something that's customizable and upgradable, that's basically a PC.
Yeah, I know.
That is basically a PC.
Yes.
So that what you're saying is that a better PC comes out. Yes.
Okay. But what if somebody does invent something that's better than PCs? What happens if we get, I don't know, what happens if we get the fucking holodeck? That's not a PC.
No, that's very true.
What happens if we get the holodeck? Are you just gonna go, the ultimate hardware of all time now goes to the holodeck?
I mean, technically.
You should do that, but this is my point.
Yeah, they shouldn't.
You shouldn't just be like, oh yeah. Plus, also, the ultimate hardware of all time implies that all PCs are the same, they're not.
They're not. Oh God, can you imagine if there was an actual holodeck technology? That is like the dream.
That is the dream.
We've got VR. VR's the closest we get at the moment, which is actually still pretty cool.
I'm really, really sad. What I would do is probably just like make a hammock on a fucking beach and just lie in it. That would be my holodeck.
If I knew how to program, I would easily put fucking Gundam in it. It's like, no, first things first, get my goddamn mechs in this thing.
I'd literally just be like, you know what, I'm too tired for this.
Here's the thing, wouldn't be combat, it would just be a maintenance. So this is me working on like a Gundam.
But yeah, that's my whole thing with this award. It's just like, what happens if we get like weird like technology sometime down in the future? Like 10 years from now.
10 years ago, did anyone think VR was going to be a thing?
Exactly. No. And them to come around and just be like, yeah, PC's the ultimate hardware of all time. Okay. But
yeah, currently at the moment, but like, yeah, I agree with you. That shouldn't have been a thing.
It's like the next award shouldn't be a thing. The ultimate game of all time. Now, Dark Souls won this. Now, I don't have a problem with Dark Souls winning it because it's a very good game.
Yes,
it's a very good game.
Bit clunky.
It's a very clunky and very pain-infuriating game. But it's a very good game, right? And I don't mind this winning an award of like game of all time. But to give it the ultimate game of all time.
Yeah, I think it's the ultimate.
I think the only thing you could maybe...
It's like Street Fighter 2 is... like... I think what they should basically do... Yeah, I agree with you. Like, the award shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be an award. It should be like a...
Right, all they literally have to do with this award is put an S on games.
Yeah, that's what...
Every year a new game gets added into like a box.
It's basically like a Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So like Street Fighter 2, Lemmings,
yeah,
Command and Conquer.
Not Command and Conquer, EA owned that. I'm sorry, but
nothing to do with EA.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Half-Life 2.
Half-Life, yes. Monster Hunter.
Yeah,
the original Resident Evil.
Yeah, instead of having ultimate game of the year, it should be the Games Hall of Fame, and you basically at the end of put in a game.
Yeah.
You know, but like the NFL's Hall of Fame, and
yeah,
you
like
know.
like just a game that has.
Let's not talk about WWE's.
A game that's like influenced.
Yeah.
Like the industry, so like Resident Evil.
Actually, do you know what, Jeff? I know you don't watch these, but Jeff, that's a damn good thing to put in your.
That's a good idea, isn't it?
Your game awards. Put in the game.
Because let's be honest, you cannot tell me that if we put an S on there, right? If we put S on that game, right? But you can't tell me that games like Metal Gear Solid and Silent Hill
wouldn't get in.
I mean, I don't want them to get in, mainly because just Konami. But like at the same time, no, they have to go.
Hideo Kojima deserves his recognition.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Because that's the thing with this saying.
What did I say? I think I said Halo before.
Ultimate game of all time being Dark Souls is like that's
only
okay.
One.
That's fine, but the thing is, Dark Souls only really affects Souls-like games.
Yeah.
It influenced Souls a whole genre on itself. But there are loads of other games that have done that. Resident Evil.
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter. The only game that I can think of that's massive that hasn't done that is Metal Gear Solid. But that's mainly because
no one else can do stealth.
You kind of really can't do stealth the way Metal Gear Solid does it.
Like the old,
without actually copying Metal Gear Solid, you can't
the stealth genre. It had like it exists, you know, because you have like Thief, Hitman.
Yeah.
But like it's not had like the main explosion of popularity like Street Fighter did, and Dark Souls did, or you know, Super Mario, and Crash Bandicoot. That's so, but like the reason why they don't do stealth games are still like kind of a not niche but a smaller portion of the market in regards to like just the number of games is because stealth mechanics are fucking hard. Like just it's not just like vision, but like sounds and like how far will a character see an NPC? Is that NPC looking in a certain way? What's the field of view of the NPC?
Yeah.
Like how far can that NPC hear something? Is he distracted? Is he like? There's so many permutations to make a stealth game, and that's probably why they don't do it. That or like a lot of the stealth mechanics are in other games and are streamlined.
Yeah.
Like it's vision only, or like you have to be in a darkened corner, or like for the few that have gone full on into proper stealth, like Assassin's Creed when it used to be, and Hitman, where Hitman was perfect with like don't worry about hiding, you just disguise yourself, don't worry about it, it's great.
Splinter Cell.
Yep, Splinter Cell. Splinter Cell is the only one that's gone full into like espionage. Basically no one sees you.
Yeah.
You are a ghost. That's what you are.
Oh, actually, speaking of Splinter Cell, you can actually get one of the Splinter Cell games for free on Ubisoft's launcher thing.
Oh, great.
I think it's because they want people to download their launcher.
Yes. No. No, sorry, I do not want your launch. I've got enough launchers on my PC. Thank you very much.
I've got a little part of me is actually generally thinking that that award is a vault type thing.
Yeah, and it should be. It should be basically a Hall of Fame.
Because it just seems weird to have we've only got one ultimate game of all time and it's Dark Souls. Yeah, now, as much as I love the Souls-like genre, there are hundreds of games that you could put in the ultimate game of all time.
I mean, you know, there's a certain Italian plumber.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of games that could go in.
Zelda.
Freaking hell.
Zelda is one of the...
Zelda. Arcana
Zelda is arguably one of the
most
influential games of all time.
You know, for... you've got also Final Fantasy, 6 or 3 or 7, 9, which, by the way, is still probably like the best story / ending plus characters.
It's got such a good twist. It's got such a good twist. Because the twist isn't on the character, on the main characters. It's on the villain. It's so good. It's just like, oh my god! Now this is a goddamn twist. I watched
someone finish it.
Yeah.
On a stream yesterday, and literally they were crying. The chat was crying.
Yeah.
Because it's like everyone's like, spoilers. Vivi dies.
Yeah.
And he's very sad, but it's like what he did is he found a way to make all the black mages, and it's like it's so fucking. It's like one of those very like happy but sad because like you love this character and like I
love Vivi.
9 is amazing. Like 9 is so underrated in comparison to 8 and 7.
Yeah.
And 10, especially between 7 and 10.
Let's be honest, nobody talks about 8. No, nobody talks about
8's just weird.
8 is just... 8's that game where you either like it or you don't.
Yeah, it's very Marmite.
A lot of people don't.
I think I don't mind it. I just didn't like the limit system or the magic system.
I just didn't care.
Yeah.
Not the whole thing. I think I got up to the battle of the gardens, where I enjoyed that bit, and then I got to the bit afterwards, but with the story just going the way it was, I was just sort of like, you know what? I think I'm going to leave. Where you end up in space, and then you end up with a hole in your face, and then there's all this other stuff, and I was just like, you know what? I'm done. I'm out. I'm out, guys. See you later. I'm getting off the train now. See you later.
So like, yeah, nine's probably like the best story in effect, like how it all ties up and how the theme of the theme is constant throughout the whole thing. Yeah, and also deals with really, really bad stuff. Like
it deals with
genocide.
It deals with dark material,
very dark material, and also like how the basic message is like your life is very short. Life is short, so make the most of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, good. But yeah, like I agree with you. It shouldn't be just the ultimate game of all time. It should be ultimate games of all time and be like a Hall of Fame thing.
Yeah, it fixes it.
Every year,
it fixes it so much.
Every year they add one extra game.
Yeah, because I don't mind like Dark Souls being the first one being thrown in. That's fine, because you can just add it. You can just keep adding.
Yeah. To
the thing. Now, the part of it, I generally think that's probably what they're going to do. But then there's a little part of me going, then why have you got Ultimate Hardware of all time? Or like, why is it called Ultimate Game of all time if that's what they're going to do?
Yeah. I don't understand. It's really like, yeah.
You can't like I said, you can't have.
What happens if you have this next year?
Yeah. You're gonna. Is that no? What does Dark Souls just like pass it? Is it the Olympic torch? They just pass it on. You're next. Here you go. Here you go. Silent Hill 2. You know.
Yeah. So that's a bit. Yeah, it's a bit odd.
Here you go. Metro Exodus. Well done. You did well. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit.
Here you go, For Honor. Nah, For Honor's never gonna get in there. Let's be honest. That game's about shit.
Here you go, League of Legends.
Yeah, here you go, League of Legends. Yeah, like.
Here you go, StarCraft 2.
Like, technically, does Dota get it? Because Dota is one of the first MOBAs to exist.
Yeah, Dota was a mod of
Warcraft 3.
3, yeah, the first Dota.
Yeah, and then because Dota is the reason why they did that whole thing with mods.
Yes.
Because they lost a lot of money.
Because they didn't cash in on the MOBA thing. Yeah. No, but you know what? Blizzard? If you'd actually supported your freaking MOBA that you made, granted a little bit too late, but still, if you'd actually supported it and gave it decent stuff,
if you hadn't just been dicks and let the guy who made the original Dota make Dota 2 like he wanted to.
Yeah, instead of ending up going to Valve and making Dota 2
who then went to Riot Games and made League of Legends.
Yeah.
So yeah, the guy who's made like the best MOBAs in the world ever is
one guy.
Is one guy.
Yeah. But yeah, like is Fortnite gonna get in?
Yeah, does Fortnite get in? Does Overwatch get in? Because Overwatch would start the whole thing with hero shooters.
Yeah, it may not have started it, but it definitely popularized it. Yeah.
Does Skylanders get in?
Skyrim as well.
Is Skyrim gonna get in? No Skyrim. We've seen enough of Skyrim. Oh my god, they're gonna
Fallout?
Does Fallout get in?
And if so, which one? Is it the Fallout 1 and 2, or is it Fallout 3? Does both types of Fallout go in?
Yeah. Does Skylanders get in?
Yeah.
With the toy thing.
In that case, Guitar Hero or Rock Band.
Yeah. See, this is the part now.
Yeah.
This is the problem that you have when you do this.
And only say, ultimate game, as in single. It's like, you can't do that. That's like saying, there's only one greatest movie of all time. It's like, there are movies that are real great.
Okay.
No, what I'm saying
there's not a greatest movie of all time. There's only one perfect movie of all time, and that is Back to the Future. I don't care what
That
anybody
is the
says.
perfect trilogy.
No. The first Back to the Future movie is perfect.
Yes.
It is a perfection. Everything about that movie is perfect. From the sound, to the cast, to the direction, everything. That movie is perfect.
Arguably. Yes, I agree with you.
There's no arguing in this. It's just a fact. It is a fact of life. It should be one of those things I just taught in school. Like, yes, yeah, you live, you die, you will pay taxes, and Back to the Future is the perfect movie of all time.
Yeah. You know what I mean, though. It's like you can't just have.
It's like going to an art gallery and being like, oh no, only one artist is the best. It's like, well, no, because art is.
Picasso is the best.
Picasso is the best artist ever, and everyone else pales in comparison. And it's like, well, no, because
there's Vincent van Gogh here.
There's Vincent van Gogh. There's Leonardo da Vinci.
Michelangelo basically was that good he was allowed to put breasts on the Sistine Chapel.
Yeah, So it's and at the end of the day, especially with video games, a lot with the whole argument that video games are art.
Yeah.
Art is subjective.
Yeah.
Like. And coming
not
along
everyone likes Dark Souls.
Yeah, and coming along and being like, yes, this is the ultimate game of all time. Like, no, that is literally, you've walked into an art gallery and been like, Picasso's the best.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, he's not.
You can say Picasso is one of the best.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't sit on the fence and be, oh no, games are art. And then come along and then say Dark Souls is the ultimate game of all time. Well, that completely contradicts the whole games are art argument that you have.
But also like Dark Souls is the best game, ultimate game of all time. I'm sorry, but Dark Souls 2 and 3 would like to have a conversation with you.
Dark Souls 3 would definitely like to have a conversation with you, especially Dark Souls. Dark Souls 3, I don't care if this pisses anybody off. Like, if you don't think Dark Souls 3 is a better game than Dark Souls, then you do not play games correctly.
Yeah. Also, there's a certain game called Bloodborne that would also like to have a conversation.
And Bloodborne is miles better than any of the Dark Souls games. I'm sorry. It's just a fact. It is just a fact.
And then you get into there's the Halo. Halo would like to have
does Halo
conversation?
And Halo fans would probably like to have a conversation with you there.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Early WoW fans would probably like to have an argument with that. WoW should get in there.
Final Fantasy 14 fans would like to have a very nice conversation with you.
WoW has
Nintendo would like to have
a lot of games by Nintendo would like to have a word with you there. Like, the Hideo Kojima fan base would like to have a word with you. So yeah, I don't think, and we've gone round in circles here, but it is the whole thing of we're trying to get our heads around why is this an award?
Why is this an award? It should be basically the Gaming Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Basically should have the Gaming Hall of Fame.
They should rename it.
You rename it, have just one game a year, go in, and it can't, don't have it voted because it'll be hijacked and be bullshit.
Yeah.
Basically put, what games defined a generation, a gaming console generation, or a genre, or
even influential enough.
Rogue! I'm sorry, Rogue!
Yeah.
Rogue created a genre, the roguelike.
Yeah.
Rogue games. Rogue, literally, before even, it's one of the most earliest games, and it created a genre out of nothing.
But yeah, there's so many games that actually deserve that title. That you can't just give it to one.
No, you have to have multiple games go into.
So hopefully they do this again next year.
But rename it.
But rename it as something else.
The Ultimate
Games
Hall of Fame. There you go.
Get rid of the Ultimate Hardware.
Yeah, that's not needed.
Just stupid.
That's not needed. Get away. Go. Get out.
Because look, at the end of the day, at this current time, PC is always going to win it.
Yeah.
So why have it?
Yeah. Because PCs, the very nature of the PC is that you can be upgraded.
And again, the PC master race can go fuck themselves.
Look, PCs will always have an advantage in the fact that, yeah, a console at the time may come out superior, fast, better powered, or on the same level, but a console is literally that.
Yeah.
Throughout its entire lifespan. A PC can be upgraded. Graphics cards can be replaced with more powerful ones. You can get more memory, faster memory.
Yeah.
Etc. 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 And so it's a folly to basically say anything like that. It's like, look, PCs are always going to have better performance due to the very nature of PCs.
Mm. Oh well.
Oh well. That's a statement of fact.
So two, maybe 3 awards that really shouldn't be.
No, shouldn't be there.
Because Ultimate Game of the Year. Well, I suppose Ultimate Game of the Year, because that could be like your big Game of the Year.
Yeah.
That's your Game of the Year award.
Which went to
Resident Evil Village. Which again, I was a bit like.
Okay. I think there's been better games that have come out.
Although
I couldn't I understand. It's one of those where it's like, I think better games have come out, but I don't begrudge it getting it, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't begrudge Resident Evil Village getting the award. It's one of those where I personally think other games have actually come out better.
Yeah. But anyway, I think we'll end it there.
Yeah, I think we'll end it there.
With Dark Souls being the ultimate game of all time.
Yes.
Take that as you will. But anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed this chat.
To anyone, is there a game that has not been mentioned that you think should be
ultimate game of all time?
There is not a wrong answer.
No, there's not.
There is literally. I mean, granted, if anyone comes out and goes Call of Duty Vanguard, then get the fuck out.
Yes, actually, no. There are wrong answers.
There are wrong answers.
You can't come out and say Battlefield 2042.
You can't come out saying Cyberpunk 2077. You can't come out and say Mass Effect Andromeda. Basically, any of like the really well known for not being shit.
Fucking Dragon Quest.
Oh god, Dragon Quest. Is it 8? Journey of the Cursed King?
Yeah. So good.
I'm sorry, but that needs to be in a whole.
Technically, Destiny. Destiny was like the first live service.
Yeah, that's the one. It set the stage for live services.
Yeah, take that for good or bad, however you feel.
Yeah.
Arkham Asylum.
Yes. Arkham Asylum.
Or maybe Arkham City.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Yeah.
By the way, Capcom, please, let us have the Dreamcast version. Please.
You know, there's just too many games to just be like, yes, this is the best. This is the ultimate one. But anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed this chat. If you have anything to say on anything we've talked about today, just feel free to leave a comment down below. And we'll see you in the next ones. Bye now.
Toodles.